My name is Francesca and I represent the 5th generation of Francesco Rinaldi Figli Winery. Today I'm gonna talk about Barolo. So Barolo is a red wine that is made for aging, so the older it gets, the more evolution you get in the tannin and in the aromatic profile. It's produced in a really small area. This is why it's so well known, because it has to come from a particular and dedicated vineyards. I represent the 5th generation of Francesco Rinaldi Figli Winery. The winery is in Barolo village on the Cannubi hill. That is one of the most famous and renowned single vineyards in the Barolo production area. So everything started quite a few years ago. So in 1870, my great-great-grandfather inherited a little piece of land on the Cannubi hill. He kind of understood the potential on the area. So basically, he bought a house that now is my winery. Today, we own 11 hectares, all in the municipalities of Barolo, La Morra, and Castiglion Falletto. And we are small, medium producers. We are mainly focused on the Barolo wine production, but we are also focusing our wine production on other autochthonous grapes and indigenous grape of Piedmont, like Dolcetto, Barbera, Freisa. So Barolo is a wine that is produced with 100% Nebbiolo grape. So it's not a blend of grapes, so it's 100% a single grape. Nebbiolo is a native grape from Italy, and it's called like this because Nebbiolo is coming from the Italian word nebbia, that means fog, because usually it's harvested when the fog is starting coming in our hills. It's one of the most important grapes of Langhe, from which we produce all of our wines. So from Langhe Nebbiolo, then to Nebbiolo d'Alba, and then all of the Baroli. In terms of a code of practice, Barolo is kind of really tight, because the Nebbiolo grape needs to come from really specific plots few producers own, and needs to age at least 18 months in barrel, and then other 10 months in a bottle. So, of course, it's then a choice of every producer how he wants to age its Barolo. The older it gets, the better it goes. Okay, so maybe you wonder how Barolo is produced and made. So, after the harvest, that usually for Nebbiolo grape is around the beginning of October, we just start long fermentation and maceration with pump overs on the skin for 35 to 40 days for all of our Baroli. So we are traditionalists in our philosophy of production. So that means that we do long fermentation and maceration on the skins. And after that, we age our wines in big Slavonian oak barrel. So why big barrel? Because we think that the less our wines are in contact with wood, the better they will be. Because we want the terroir, the soil composition, and the typicity of each grape to come out when we taste our wines. So we don't want our wine to have this vanilla and roasted center that is kind of typical of small barrels. So for us is, as I said, big Slavonian oak barrel for 1 year in a young barrel, so from 5 to 10 years old, then 1 year in a medium aged barrel from 10 to 15 years old, and then 1 year in an old barrel from 20 to 25 years old. The choice we did about keeping the old barrels is because this was the original way of producing Barolos. It's also because personally we want our wines to be as less as possible in contact with the wood. Basically, we want them to express themselves just because of the different soils in which they are growing, and because of the typicity of the indigenous grape variety. Okay, so now it's time for our Barolo Classico, vintage 19. So Barolo Classico is the original and traditional way of producing Barolo. So basically by blending different vineyards, of course, all of them 100% Nebbiolo grape. So inside our Barolo Classico, we have 4 different vineyards that are called Codana, Vignane, Sarmassa, and Boiolo. So actually all these 4 different single vineyards, if vinified separately, can be a Barolo single vineyards. But due to the fact that we want to keep our Barolo production as a single vineyards, we are keeping blending these 4 different vineyards inside the Barolo Classico. Barolo Classico, as a blend of different vineyards, is a really balanced Barolo. This was the way that my grandfather and my great-uncle were vinifying Barolo, because they really wanted to find the balance and the equilibrium between different soils, all in the municipalities of Barolo, La Morra, and Castiglion-Falletto. So vintage 19 has been one of the best vintages in Barolo in the last decades. So in vintage 19, we got a perfect soil hydratation between January and February. We got a regular budding in April, and then we got hot and really good summer, and then traditional and good timing harvest in the middle of October. So Barolo, especially Barolo Classico Vintage 19, is a vintage that can age. So the potential of Barolo 19 is of a really good aging window. You can wait 20 to 25 years to drink a Barolo. For my personal point of view, Vintage 19 is a vintage that is already drinkable right now, because you can really get the tannin profile. So the tannin are ripe but really enjoyable, and you get all the typical aromatic of Nebbiolo grape in this Barolo. So you get flowerish bouquet centers, but you also get the balsamic notes. So in terms of pairing, I will recommend Barolo Classico to be paired with a nice plate of pasta, maybe with truffle if it's possible. I think it would be ideal. Now it's time for our Barolo Brunate Vintage 19. So Barolo is again the wine, while Brunate is the single plot from which the Nebbiolo grapes are coming from. So Brunate is a single vineyard in the municipality of La Morra, and actually the soil composition here is quite interesting, because it's made up of mainly clay and limestone, that at the end of the day we really feel that our Barolo Brunate is a really elegant Barolo. You get all of the really nice flowerish bouquet, a super elegant wine. The tannin are there, but are already really round. And also in terms of notes, you get a lot of raspberries, strawberry, and cherries centers on this wine. So in terms of food pairing, I would suggest to have our Barolo Brunate with a really fresh cut of meat, for example, a beef tartare with maybe a little bit of egg. And I think it's kind of matching really good, because you get to kind of matching this really floral and elegant part with the meat that is also really light. I think a tartare can be kind of light, maybe with a little bit of pepper, but still kind of a really fresh flavor. So last but not least, our Barolo Cannubi, Vintage 19. Cannubi, it's coming from the Latin word connubium, that means marriage. We are particularly attached to this wine because actually Cannubi is this small little hill in the center of the Barolo production area in which my winery is. Cannubi Hill was created by the crush of 2 different tectonic plates coming from 2 different geological areas, the Tortonian soil and the Helvetian soil. The Tortonian soil is made up of mainly clay and limestone and blue marls, while the Helvetian soil coming from the sea is more made up of sand. So basically, these 2 different soils crushed and created Cannubi Hill. That's why it's called marriage, because it's like a perfect blend of 2 different soils composition. This is why also is so well known as a single vineyards, because on Cannubi Hill, you really get all the structure and the complexity of two different soils. So Barolo Cannubi has a really, really complex composition, and so at the end, while you're tasting it, you're really getting an interesting aromatic profile. You get all the flower and red flower bouquet notes. You get all the red fruits notes, but you get also the balsamic taste that it's really, really characteristic of our Barolo Cannubi. So in terms of food pairing, I would definitely recommend to have Barolo Cannubi with a big steak and with a little bit of French fries. So the important thing for us to underline about our Baroli is the fact that all of them has exactly the same vinification method, so 35 to 40 days of long maceration and fermentation on the skin, and after that 3 years of aging in big Slavonian oak barrel. So all the plots we own are mainly the same altitude, are facing southeast, all of them. So really the only difference you can taste is just given by the soil composition, because also the grape is 100% Nebbiolo. I think that someone have to definitely taste and try Francesco Rinaldi Figli wines, because they are kind of represent Barolo area in a really traditional way, because our way of vinifying and aging is traditional, but we are really innovative in how we manage our vineyards, and we are really talking about a wine that is a wine that has been starting produced back in 1910. So it's a really, really old wine. It's a wine that is representing a city, a terroir, and Italy.